Jacob Hendrik Pierneef is most famous for his Bushveld landscapes, such as this wonderful example. He crowds the landscape with a very interesting composition. In this case, he foregrounds the cluster of trees into the foreground with different shades of leaves, perhaps indicating the changing seasons from winter to spring to high summer and even autumn. Of the landscape, he says, what is a landscape? Is it the rough upper surface of the earth or the effects of its internal construction? What is a tree? Is it a colourful play of sparks of light between moving roofs? Or is it an organic form of life given expression in the balance of its branches and trunks? And of course, Pierneef then would translate these majestic trees into many of his well-known lino cuts, such as you can see in these very graphic black and white lino cuts. There is a very dramatic element in the work of Pierneef, as you can see in this momentous cloud in the background, reinforced by those two elongated tree trunks in the foreground. You also have the momentous clouds in this delightful Cassane work of Pierneef. Cassane is a special technique that Pierneef developed by extracting the water from curd milk and mixing it with pigment and applying it very quickly on the surface. You also have very dramatic mountain ranges that is so typical of Pierneef's work, such as this example, and sometimes he combines these dramatic mountains with deep valleys, as in this example over here. What is interesting about Pierneef's composition is the way in which he almost places an obstacle right in the foreground that the viewer has to overcome in order to access the beautiful valley beyond in the middle ground. Pierneef not only was very fond of the Bushveld, but the whole of South Africa, as you can see in this view of Table Mountain. Probably inspired by his crisscrossing South Africa during the commission work to do the station panels for the Johannesburg station in 1933. The view is taken from Bloubergstrand, and what is noticeable is the domestic architecture in the foreground. He was very interested in that aspect of South African culture. Also evident in this example of the church in Heidelberg. Now Heidelberg, that is where he acted as teacher training in the late 1910s before he became a full-time artist.